So we'll be seeing that. So how the Java switch case will work and how we will see the pattern will match. So we might have already seen that switch case in no, in other languages like C, C++, and Java. Here also we have a similar kind of um, similar kind of approaches there, which we'll call as a match pattern. Let's say you want to deal with based on the value you pass. Based on the value you pass, it has to return a some value, or it has to do some action. So that we will achieve by using match pattern, I can say, right? So how we will do that, and what is the syntax, how it will work, and all we will see. So match pattern works as similar as your switch case in other languages. So let me open this. Let's say I have something called let me show you a syntax here. So then it will be like, let's say it will be having a variable, and it will be having a match, and respect to you'll be having respect to action here. So let's say, and we have a match, we'll write a case here. If the a is 1, let's say you want to do something. If a is 1, you want to print something. If a is 2, you want to print something. So the syntax comes like this, and if you want to print default, you can use underscore here, and you can do some operation. Or you don't want to use underscore symbol, you can use as a you can assign as a variable like a default, and you can use the print statement or something here. So what is happening if you see here, so here whatever the value you are matching with a pattern, the matched pattern, right? The matched pattern, the respective a case is getting executed. Let's say I'm passing 1 here. Let's say I'm passing 1 here, my value a equal to 1. So then what will happen, the value will be matched. It will check whether it's matching or not. If it's matched, I mean which case it is matching. Is that this case is matching, or is that if this case is matching, or this case is get matched. So whatever the case it match, the respective action is getting executed, right? So it is similar to our switch case in other languages. So we can use for the method calls, we can use for uh, any mapping, or we can use for based on the case it has to act, based on the case it has to act differently. So we can use the match case here. So we have a different type of match cases, like different ways. Okay, the syntax is same. Okay, the syntax is same. We can make use of the different ways. Like I want to call one time when it will match the type, I can call respect to that. So I want to call sometime like let's say I want to take a decision choice. Let's say I want to take a decision such a way that match case, if you give 1, or if you give 2, or if you give 3, any number if you give, I'll say it is yes. It means it is returning a value. So what are the return value, I can store into some variable. And if you're typing any character or any other key, if you're pressing, or you can say default, I'll return no. I can return a value also. I can return a value also like this. So such kind of things we can do using your match pattern or match case pattern, right? Let's see a simple example of what we can do it. Let me write some program. so we can understand that. Okay, instead of that, this time let me use a programmatic way. Instead of writing in the terminal, let me write it here. Scala object. We just take a simple match case test. Match case test. Here you can define your main method. You can define your main method. Instead, guys, it's a hanged. The main method you can define your JSOX array of string. Okay. Yep. Sure. I can increase the font. Go to preferences. Is that clear? Is it visible properly? Yeah. I think it is fine now. Okay. Now let's do simple. Okay, I'm writing very simple use case here. I'll show you the different type of use cases. Let's say let me take some x, or let's say take a proper name, case where equal to, you can assign some value. Okay, now I want to say this case where matches this case value match match with respect to case 1. If it is a 1, I want to do something. If it is 1, I want to print, like let's say this is 1. Print ln, either can I give a semicolon or not, up to you. Okay, let's say case 2, where you can say print ln, say print 2. If you want to give a default value, what you can say, case underscore, that arrow will call as a rocket symbol here, which actually is kind of a function. It represents the anonymous function. Okay, print ln say default. Save it save it here. I'm not taking a method call. Okay, I can take a method call, I can pass a value to a method. From the method I can call a case. Okay, so either way I can do that. Okay, so here I'm directly doing that. So I'm directly doing that. Just, you can, let me maximize this. Control F11. It is printing 1. Let's say I pass 11. Control F11. I am default. If none of the case is matched, so then what will happen? It will directly go ahead and print the. It will directly go ahead and print the respective default case. If it is none of the case is matched, it will go and print the case. So could you please everyone quickly do that? So the same thing you can do it in your terminal also. We have already done in the last class. Guys, quickly do it. Everyone, quickly do it. Please let me know, guys, once you're done quickly. Small program. Try to make a habit of writing a programmatic way and instead of writing a interactive way. Why? Because we will be writing a programs and we will be defining our main method. We'll be defining a methods, right? I hope everyone is done. I hope everyone is done. So now let's see. Now here it is a very straightforward. I have taken a case where and I'm just matching here. So I don't want to do in this way. I want to do a very simple way, like a functional way. Okay, I can say method way instead of saying functional way. I can say method way. So let's look at here. I can define my method saying that def choice. I can say choice where you'll be passing some decision, like you'll be passing yes no. So you will be passing yes no in the form of 0 and 1, like a true false, like 0 and 1. So for that I'll take x integer type, and I want to return here saying that it is a true or false. Okay, for that I have to return string. Now look at, guys, here what I'm trying to do here. It's a very simple one. So now here I really no need to say a match. I really no need to say match. So what I will do here directly, so this choice, whatever the choice I'm writing, if this choice, the choice is variable here, okay, don't get confused. Let's say this one, um, select, let me raise select. Okay, now it clearly differentiates. So this choice is, if this choice is matched with any case, like case, if I enter 1, since it is integer number, now I'll say I'll return, I want to say I'll return here yes. One second, guys, why it is error? Int does not take a parameter. This is, let me see. Select different. I'm returning this choice I'm trying to match. Let me see this. Case 0, case 0, I can say no, return no here, return no here. case, if anything else comes, I'll say wrong choice. Please enter the proper. Please enter yes or no, or one or zero, one or zero, one or zero. Okay. Why this is giving an error? Let me see this. Int does not take parameters. Int does not take parameters. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After string, choice is not required, I think.
Sorry.
String equal to choice is not required for defining it.
No. See, it's a return variable, right? That's the reason I have specified here. If I didn't give this, normally if you want return anything, we will write like this. Suppose, but if you want to match the case, if you want to match the case, we should give the variable name here. What are the variable I'm taking here? What is the variable I'm giving here? I should give. It does not take parameters. The the mistake which I am doing here, and try to understand. I'm trying to write inside the main method. You see these curly braces. You see the curly braces. It should be outside the main method, right? Still it's fine. Let me write the same thing in interactive shell. Does not take parameter. Yes. No, this is a functional way of checking the match. Otherwise I can do match here like this. That will become again a different. So I'm trying to do the different way. This is the different. No, this is a match case. Inside the method we are writing, without writing match case, directly we can choose based on the parameter we pass. So I look into that syntax. I think something I'm doing mistake here. So I'll look into that and I'll come back with another different ways. This is other way of writing. Now here it is very straightforward. Like we're passing a method. Let me call select. Since it is passing something, I can directly print. I can directly print where select of one or two I can pass. Select one or two I can pass here. Right? What's happening? This one more parenthesis, one more parenthesis. So, one more parenthesis. Nothing else. Now print this. So it will tell since I'm passing one to this method, it is actually return. It's actually return the s. Okay. So now I would like to show you one more similar, which will not return anything. Okay. It will not return anything. If it is not returning anything, how it will print? Look at guys here. Select one. Okay, if I'm not it, I don't want to return this. Okay, I don't want to return anything. I'll just say print here. I just say print here. So now you'll see the return value. I think I have shown in the last session, one of the session, but still I want to make sure that you'll understand. If what if I didn't return anything? Unit. Okay, we need to understand unit. When I was talking about a unit, we have seen this. What's the error? Parenthesis one. This is for okay. Actually, here I need to close one. Okay, done. Now look at guys here. Look at here. I'm calling a method select one. Okay, by passing a variable, by passing some method. I'm calling a select one by passing one parameter, right? Now look at here the difference between the previous one and this one. This one should be here. Now look at here. It clearly shows new line, the decorating. If you see, the first one is default, which is executed, which is there in the main. This is select method. This is select method. This is select one method. It is print statement. It is not return to value. It is a print statement. The actual return value is this. The actual return value is this. It means if your method is not returning anything, it means it is returning something. It is returning something that is called unit. That's called a unit. Okay, that is called a unit. Okay, and as a shown R condition. Let's say here this case. Now I want to show one more example with the match where I will write my method. So now here I want to say either if I enter 1 or if I enter yes or if I enter capital Y or if I enter small y, still I would like to return a true or false, such kind of thing. Okay, let me show you def choose, which will return a string here. I'm going to return a string here. Okay, the string, let's take argument. My argument is either let's take in this case string. Okay, because I'm going to deal with the two separate things. Arg match. Directly I'm writing in the method. Look at guys here. Case, if I either return if I say 1 or if I say y or if I say yes or if I say this one, I want to return I want to return yes. I want to return yes. Other case, in other cases, I want to say this time I'll say default. You pass anything, you say please choose valid value or something. Okay. Now look at guys here. So here it is kind of a R condition. where I'm specifying it, I'm passing some argument to choose if I pass either 1 or if I pass either y, a capital Y or small y or yes, it will return me yes. So let's execute this, only this function or this method. Go back here, choose of, I'll pass, okay, let me pass integer number. It is expecting string, but I have passed 1. Same thing, let me pass character. Same here, which is expecting a string, but I'm passing character. Now look at here. It is printed yes. Now let me pass yes. It is written yes. Let me pass, but since I have defined default, I have to pass default. If I use underscore, it will take any argument, it will pass the is this small d, saying that nothing is matched with that parameter small d. Please choose a valid value. Please choose a valid value. This is how we will use the patterns. Not only this, guys, we can use the pattern in the different ways, different ways. Let's say I want to specify if it is a return type is matched. If it is a return type is matched, or I can say type is matched, we can call it as a typed match, typed pattern, typed match pattern. Let me show you here. Let me show you here. Diff typed pattern. Let's say I'm saying checking here typed pattern. It means the type is matches. Not only variable, it has to match a type also. Not only variable, it has to match the type also. In this case, let's look at guys here. In this case, what do you need to pass? What type of parameter I need to pass? I need to pass any type. I should take any type, right? So if I take any type, at the end the result, you just want to print it or you want to return something, that's up to you. So I just want to print it, nothing. I don't want to do any return value here. I don't want to do any return value. Or if I want to do a return, what I will do, if I want to return string in the sense, I want to return something like the type is match, this is integer, this is a float, this is a double kind of thing. I can use that. X match case, case, whatever the value you are passing, let's say here I'm passing x is matched with the int. I'll say it is an integer value. In pass x case double, the passed value matching with the double, matching with the double. What you can specify here, it is a double value. It is a double value. Okay, I'll show one or two. Based on that, we can move on. Okay, here it's no need to be this value. It no need to be this value match here. Okay, you can take here I. Okay, let me put in this way. Let me put it I here. Okay, here I'm doing a type match. I'm not doing a a variable match. I'm doing a type match. Okay, case s string. It is a string. So here what I'm trying to do, so I'll just use default now. I'll use just default now. So this default, what type of value you want to keep? Default, what type of value you want to keep? So the default, I want to keep, let's say a long, or a default I want to keep something else. Let's say any. I'll try it any. Default is any. Save this. Copy this. No, not this one. Wait. Copy this. Go to terminal. Go to terminal. So when I'm executing terminal, I can run it here. Okay. To run it here, I have to call here. Okay. That's the reason. So instead of that, I'll just execute directly. Okay. Now ty typed pattern of, I'm passing. Let's say I'm passing something like 100. It is an integer value what I have passed. It is an integer value what I have passed. Let's say here I'm not passing anything. I need to pass. It's actually expecting a value, but I'm not passing. But still, even though it is thrown a warning for me, still it is printed as a default is any. Since it is a any type, any is the parent type of all the data types or all the classes in the Scala. So it is default. It is taken or any. Let's say I have passed something like true. I have passed true. Look at here. It is the default is the any. Default is any. Is it clear, guys? So not only like this, not only number, not only this, we can pass anything which is a typed pattern, or you can pass with a like a functional way, or you can pass direct. You can directly make use of your uh, what I call the case class, not case class, case match pattern directly in your programmatic way. So any doubt till here? Any doubt here?
Vega, that I, S, and D, whatever you use, right?
Uh-huh.
It inbuilt how it is recognized.
It is recognizing based on the type of value you are passing. Okay. So here, the what are the value you are passing to your typed function, right? Typed pattern function, right? The value, it is not actually checking the variable. In the previous cases, it is actually checking a here.
D.
Let's say if you take here x, this x value it is checking whether the value is 1 or something, or here it is checking the your argument you are passing, what is your argument you are passing, right? But in this case it is not checking that, it is checking the type of the variable you are passing. It is checking the type of the
Correct.
variable.
Instead of IDS, can I give anything?
I didn't get you. Could you please repeat?
In Instead of specifying in I only, I
Mhm.
can give anything A, B, C,
You
something
can
like
give
that.
anything. You can give anything.
Okay, fine.
It's just for our the time naming convention. Like I means integer, D means double, S means string, like that.
Okay, yeah, got it.
Okay. So uh, I mean, I hope everyone has got about the pattern. So these are the different approaches where we can do, like a switch case, in same similar kind of switch case, or in this we can make use of the pattern match case. Any doubt? Any doubt? And this pattern also we can make use along with a case class, but case class is something different. We not yet covered that. So once we cover the case class, with the case class I can show you that. And one more thing I would like to show you here, with a tuple. With the tuple also we can match the tuple also here. Let's say I'm getting a two arguments. I want to make sure that the both arguments are matched. Then only I can go with a specified case. Okay, that is called tuple way. The tuple way of doing that. So that also I can do using our case classes. Sorry, our pattern case. So what is a tuple? Let me ask this question first before getting into that. Multiple values clubbed together is called tuple. Yeah, two different type of values clubbing together, right? So it's kind of two dimensional, or it can be one dimensional, right? So let me check here. Let me write a small function for our simple test for match, tuple match. Okay, here I need to take two variables, right? I can take any value, right? You can take, I'll say, let's say I want to take, one is int, another one is, it should start with the int, and next character is string. Let's say string. And your return, whatever the value you want to return, whether you want to return you want to call a function from based on the tuple, or you want to just return a value, or you want to do anything else that can be done based on based on your based on what we are actually expecting it to. So now in this case, what I'm trying to show here, if you look at, this is tuple. The tuple, one argument I'm expecting with the integer value. The second argument I'm expecting with the what you call a string type. So here we are trying to do a match case with the tuple. Since I'm doing with the tuple, what I need to pass here, I need to check with the tuple. So here I'm passing only one argument. That's the reason I'm checking with the one argument to match. But here I'm passing a tuple. I need to check with the tuple. I need to check with the tuple. So here I can just directly say like this. Here I can say your I comma yes. So both values should match, then only I will write my, I mean, I'll based on that I will write my case. Based on that I will write my case. Here, if my case is write such a way that um, what we will take, let's say 10 comma also 10. Do some operation here, or else you just print 10. Case you can use, you can also use or condition here. Okay, you can also use or condition. Okay, so you can also use, see all the cases I just either return, or I have used either I have written a normal string values, or I have just used a println. So it's not always, okay, it's no need to be always. Let's say here, um, instead of taking string I'll take any here. Okay, So that will make sense. Let's say here I'm passing, but if I pass any, I don't think I can compare. Let's say I'll say something like 20 here. Yes, we can use a regular expression. Ideally, it's a regular expression only, right? I can use something like, mm, or else let me put in this way. Let it be the string. I'm just checking for use case, guys. Nothing else. I'm just checking for the use case. Let's say, let me think about a use case. I want to show some kind of operation here. I want to do some case of operation here. Let me take this NA and let me do this something like X integer type. X integer type. I want to do some test kind of thing. If your the whatever the value you have taken is great, x is greater than x is greater than 10, you do some operation here, or you print this print, or you can return x is greater than 10, else x is not greater than 10. I mean, I'm just showing you here where you can use. I just want to show you where you can use this kind of things in your case, where you can make use of such kind of things. Let me show something case, or you can also call a method calls. Okay, you can also call method. Let me see in this case. Let me call a method in this case. I want to call in this case a method which will call above method, which will call above method. Here I'll pass 1 comma. Here I'll pass 1 comma, say anyone. Okay, if this pattern is matches, I'll say here, I'll say here, mm, typed 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 pattern, where I'll pass this one, where I'll pass this one. Okay, anyway, you have a default. You can write something here. You can keep something. You can type. You can print something. So now look at here. I'm going to execute this. Anyway, the typed value is already already is there in my console. I mean, the method is already declared. The method is already declared here. Do this. Now the pattern. Okay, I'm taking the pattern, right? So tuple tuple match. In the tuple match, I need to pass two arguments. Let me pass 1 comma only one. What will happen? Let's see. It is written integer value. No, oh yeah, it is written integer value. Why? Because it is called typed pattern. In the typed pattern, I'm taking one. One means it is integer value. Look at here, integer value one. It means it is called your typed pattern method. It is called your typed pattern method, right? So I have passed 1 comma only one. It is matched with the case. This case, in this case, it is actually called typed pattern method. The typed pattern method called and passed the number one, the passed value as number one, and it is calling integer value one, integer value one, integer value one. You can look at here, integer value one. Is this clear to everyone about the patterns, match pattern? Any doubt?
Vida,
Yeah.
what is that return type of tuple match method here actually?
Any, right? I didn't specify any type here, right? Here I didn't specify anything here. I just given
Oh,
equal.
okay.
It can be so it can be anything. That is the reason any is mentioning.
Okay, so sometime it's returning string, sometime it's returning unit type also, right?
Yeah. So now let me show you. Let me pass 10 and 10. Okay, I think it is better to I need to copy this 10. Now look at it is written what it is written unit.
10 and
Okay, it is saying it's a 10. It's a 10 is coming from where? Here.
yes.
Okay, it's actually println. It's supposed to be println. That is the reason. It's a print. It's 10 10 written. So it means here it is tuple type. It's not returning anything, right? It
Mhm.
what does it mean? It means that it is a uh, any type. Okay, so let me copy this guys. Since I have executed in the console, I want it to be in our notes. Okay, till
So
here.
basically, so basically Scala has the power to decide it at the runtime, right?
Yes,
So we don't need to explicitly specify the return type to the method
we
also.
don't need actually you don't need to return also. Okay, that's the beauty of this. You don't need to write a return. Okay, and also if you see in the in our Java or somewhere, we have something like what you call break statement of each case, right?
Correct.
So, but
Mhm.
here I really does not have a break statement. So, it's based on the whatever the value you pass, it is happily accepting that. It's not the break. So, it is match, does not match. You really no need to say it's a break. In the switch case, if you didn't use a break, what will happen? It will continue executing all the cases, right? Similar way here. I mean, here we're avoiding. That's the reason why the development is faster in Scala, since we are avoiding all boilerplate code. Like we are not. It's understands internally. It's a more intelligent. It understands that okay, he's expecting this. He's talking about this. He's talking about this. It's easy. It can easily understand internally. I really no need to tell if the case is over, you need to break and you need to come out. If so, the such kind of things I really no need to specify in this case. Any doubt till here? Any doubt? So this is about a match case. Okay, this is about a match case. Tomorrow, I mean tomorrow and this is next Monday only. So this weekend no class, guys. So yesterday night only. Yesterday night only. Okay, so one is a mutable package and another one is immutable package. So mutable package you have set up some set of collection classes. In the immutable package also you have some set of collections are available in that. So we'll be seeing them. um, yeah, not immediate next class, we'll be seeing on after some time, and later after finishing this base collections I'll be showing some transformations like a map, flat map, a reduce, I mean reduce by your key, how the transformations will be used. This is the most important, guys. Why? Because in when it comes to the Spark, these are the transformations will more right into the Scala code. The how to apply map pattern, how to apply filter pattern. I mean, instead of saying pattern, I can say transformation, map transformation, filter transformation. How can I the flat map transformation? All those things we'll be using in a Scala Spark. That we will learn before only in the Scala. Then we will learn more advanced things in Spark. In the Spark, it computes a similar way, but in the multi-process. Here, we will compute in the single process. Is that clear to everyone? Is that clear? And also we'll see some high ordered function. These are the high ordered functions. The transformations whatever I have called, those are the high ordered functions which we can use. Later, once
And
we,
regarding,
yeah,
yeah, the traits and all, we will start
we
after
will
that,
go.
right?
Yes, yes. That's the reason what I'm trying to say. First, we will see these basic things, and later we will go with the class, case class, traits, like inheritance. All those things we will see in the later part of time. Okay. Even we'll do exceptions. Okay. So exception handling, how we like do the exception handling and all. Uh, so then we can complete the Scala. Once as soon as we complete the Scala, we'll start with the Spark, and in the Spark we will see uh, core, and we'll see SQL and streaming part. Okay. ML, as I said before, I'm not that much perfect in the ML package, so that's the reason I'm not touching that ML, machine learning and graphics. So yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan for coming classes. Yes, I'll be showing you Kafka and Flume as well. Kafka I'll be showing you a little deeper, because since everyone is using the Kafka these days, and along with the Kafka there are so many. Okay, there are so many messaging queues. So like you have a Flume, you have a Kafka, you have a RabbitMQ, you have a Samja. There are so many. There are so many tools available, but the Kafka is pretty good, and it is no, it is doing good in the market, I can say. Yeah, that's it guys, that's it for today, so we'll meet on Monday.